We're in Italy! Just kidding, that was 2 months ago, but let's go on a tour of the Ducati Museum, or the Museo Ducati, in Borgo Panigale, Italia. To start with, Ducati headquarters is located in Borgo Panigale, yes, that Panigale, and Borgo Panigale is the manufacturing district of Bologna, which is the capital of the Emilia-Romagna region in northern Italy, and Bologna is famous for 3 things. First, Bologna, or bologna sausage for us Americans. Second, Bolognese spaghetti, or ragu, my favorite. And third, and most importantly and most obviously, Ducati. Now, as we know, Ducati is famous for many things, like being featured in the Matrix Highway scene, and most importantly, Ducatistas that sit around at coffee shops all over the world. But in all seriousness, Ducati is one of my favorite brands, and they make incredible motorcycles and have a storied history in Grand Prix racing, most recently winning the 2021 MotoGP Constructors title. Congratulations! Now, it wouldn't be a museum tour without a little history. Don't worry, this is the abbreviated version. Ducati was founded in 1926 by Antonio Ducati and his 3 sons, Adriano, Marcello, and Bruno. And originally, the company produced radio and electronic components, not motorcycles. They found success, but unfortunately, Italy was on the wrong side of World War II, and in 1944, their factory was utterly destroyed by Allied bombing. After that, Ducati pivoted to produce motorized bicycles, which resulted in the 1946 Cucciolo, or baby animal in Italian. How cute! It was an engine that could be fitted onto bicycles and was a 48cc single cylinder that produced 1.5 horsepower, capable of 50 kilometers per hour or 31 miles per hour. This set the stage for Ducati motorcycles. Alright, now you're ready for the tour. Shortly after the Cucciolo, Ducati made the first real Ducati motorcycle, the 1949 Ducati 60, a single-cylinder 4-stroke 60cc motorcycle with a whopping 2 horsepower that could go 60 kilometers per hour or 37 miles per hour. It was a smashing success. I think it's fantastic. Just look at it. Appreciate it. This is where it all started. Now, it wasn't long before Ducati invested heavily into racing. They knew that racing was key for innovation and for selling motorcycles. This very special bike is the 1956 125 GP Desmo, which introduced the world to the first desmodromic motorcycle, pioneered by the esteemed Fabio Taglioni, the most influential designer and engineer in Ducati's history. Even then, Ducati was obsessed with racing, and at the time, people were obsessed with speed records. This is the Ducati 100 Siluro, and was designed specifically to break the speed record at the Monza racetrack. The Siluro set 5 new records in the 250 class, even though the engine was only 100cc. It completed the fastest lap at an average of 170 kilometers per hour or 105 miles per hour, not too shabby for 1956. Let's keep going. As we move into the 60s, Ducati would find further success in racing. In 1959, Taglioni prepared an incredible twin-cylinder motorcycle, the 250 Desmo Twin, which delivered an incredible 37 horsepower at 1,600 revs, capable of reaching 200 kilometers per hour or 124 miles per hour. Most importantly, this motorcycle was prepared for none other than Mike Hailwood, the 9-time world champion and one of the greatest racers of all time. This particular number 24 motorcycle is Hailwood's winning bike in the 1959 Ulster Grand Prix. Simply incredible. This is a 1971 Ducati 500 GP, an L-twin 500cc GP bike. This is probably one of the most beautiful vintage bikes I've ever seen. Just look at it, look at the special paint and design. It's absolutely stunning. Let's take a break from race bikes. Ducati made amazing bikes for everyday people as well, and this one needs no introduction. This is the original Ducati Scrambler. The bike had a production run from 1962 to 1974. Models ranged from 250cc to 450cc and had many variants. In 2015, Ducati re-released the Scrambler, and I absolutely love that Ducati respected its heritage and kept much of the original design for a new generation of Ducati riders. Another thing I have to point out is the attention to detail of Ducati's designs. Look at this. Even in the 70s, things like the script on the tank is stylish and cool. Here's more Mike Hailwood bikes. This one is from the Isle of Man. Incredible. Alright, we are now witnessing the evolution of race bikes, and as you can see, they are becoming more modern by the year as the shape evolves over time. This is a reflection of improvement in materials, engineering, and design over the years. Here we go, the 1994 916, the 996, and the 999. Very cool bikes. What's that around the corner? It's a 1994 916 monoposto or single seat. This is just an absolutely stunning work of art. It was designed by Massimo Tamburini, who also designed the timeless MB Agusta F4. A lot of folks regard the 916 as the most beautiful motorcycle ever designed, and I can see why. The trellis frame, single-sided swing arm, distinctive lines, its peak Italian design and much of today's modern Ducati design draws inspiration from the 916. It's beautiful, just beautiful. Let's have a look at more modern GP bikes, and we are going to skip Stoner because I want to. Now this is Nicky Hayden's 2009 Desmo Sedici GP9 MotoGP bike. Nicky was an incredible talent and we miss him sorely. Rest in peace. As you can see from his bike, Ducati were already experimenting with wings all the way back then, and check out those carbon ceramic brakes. It's a sweet bit of kit. Okay, now we have arrived in the modern era GP bikes, and this is Andrea Dovizioso's 2016 Desmo Sedici GP bike. It features Ducati's viciously powerful 1000cc V4 engine, which produces over 245 horsepower and rockets at over 339 km per hour or 210 miles per hour. Absolutely surreal. More importantly though, I think the bike's wings are outrageous and its open air intake makes it look a lot like an axolotl that's smiling. These bikes aren't even motorcycles anymore. They are just on another level. Check out the wings and the brakes. Fun fact, Ducati paints their GP bikes in a different shade of red to make sure their bikes always appear as Ducati red on TV. As TV broadcasting technology changes over time, so do the paint colors. In person, some of them can even look slightly orange or pink. Alright, so that wraps up a very abbreviated tour of the Museo Ducati. Obviously, I didn't cover many of their street bikes like the original Ducati Monster or even the Elephant rally bike, but there are quite a few exhibits to see, so if you love Ducati and find yourself near Bologna, I recommend you pop by to check out the museum. It was a real treat to see Ducati's incredible history of motorcycles, and you can tell they are proud of it, as they should be. Maybe it's time for me to get a Ducati.